Hey, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, Alex?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me? I'm cutting out.
Yeah, I can.
There we go. Sorry, I was cutting out a little bit for some reason, but it should be good. No, I'm good. It's been a good start to the season and ready to rock.
Yeah. Hopefully this episode doesn't cut you out.
I know it's already lagging a little bit, but I'm definitely on good internet
Yeah.
at my normal place and never had issues here, so should have better luck.
Okay. So, welcome to episode number 97 of Hoop Talk Fanatics. I'm here with my co-host Chris Cohen, and I'm excited to get a jump start on everything college basketball in the world of college basketball. So, I would like to jump right into the Monday night uh, game between UPenn and St. Joe's. It was a Big Five classic game at the Pedestra at UPenn, and it was Penn's first win over St. Joe's since 2018 and 19 season, and ended the Hawks' unbeaten streak since the Big Five welcomed Drexel to the field and introduced the pod in 2023-24. I know that you didn't get the chance to see the game, but it was a very up tempo game. Uh, Penn shot 45.2% from the field, and Penn then St. Joe's in points off turnovers. So, what are your thoughts on how this game went?
I mean, I think it was all about the two stars for Penn. It was it was Roberts and Power. I mean, I think Roberts had 30.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, you watched a little bit more, but I mean, those two had really good performances. And I mean, what are their averages for the season? I mean, yeah, Roberts is 23 points a game, and Powers is averaging 14 a game. So, I think a lot of it's going to be Roberts is off to a great start to the season, and just looking forward to see what kind of momentum he can build with that. He made some tough shots in that game. I saw a couple clips, but just I think a lot the big storyline just got to be how good he was in that game.
Hmm. Uh, Monday's game had more lead changes, 12 and ties 15 than in any other game so far in this season. What are your thoughts on that?
It's kind of nuts. I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
that type of game. I mean, that was always just fun getting after it. I mean, it seemed like both teams had guys making big shots and big plays. So
Hmm.
just really good basketball and had a lot of good games in November. It's always fun seeing some of these mid majors get chances, like the good mid majors. They play a lot of those games we won't hear about, but some of these because Penn and St. Joe's two really good schools, and it's always fun to see those teams play, especially with the Philadelphia aspect. Even
Hmm.
besides that, I think they're just two really good programs that have had some big moments in recent years, and always cool to see them on the stage together.
This past Tuesday was the State Farm Classic from Madison Square Garden. It was 17th ranked Michigan State going up against number 12 Kentucky, and Michigan State beat Kentucky 83-66 in game one. And game two was number five Duke beat number 24 Kansas 78-66 in game two of the doubleheader. Going back to the Michigan State game, what were your takeaways on this one?
Michigan State was really good. I got to watch a good chunk of this game. They just really felt like they controlled the pace and the tempo of a lot of things, and I think
Yeah.
Um, Fears did a good job just orchestrating. I see he had 13 assists
Mhm.
just looking, but you could just feel like he was kind of in control of the game more than Kentucky's guards were.
Mhm.
Um, and I know they hit a lot of they hit some big shots, and I think they did a good job closing the first half and starting the second half, keeping Kentucky like at a good comfortable, like point differential, keeping them at a distance. Didn't really ever. I feel like they kind of got on Kentucky early, made some shots, and I thought they were relentless the whole game. And they never. Kentucky, I thought they might have a couple chances to make a run in the second half, but it just never really worked out. And Michigan State just kept on, and I thought their offense was fantastic. And defensively, I mean, no one on Kentucky really could get going. The leading score was OA was 12. Like neither of the guards were able to get going. They just didn't have anyone they could consistently rely on to score, I feel like. And I think it was just tough for them. I mean, Michigan State with a pretty balanced attack, but I mean, they still had Kohler kind of led the way with 20. And the way Fields was orchestrating it, he was kind of the go-to guy, just really finding good looks for his teammates. And I don't think Kentucky had that either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because from a standpoint, even
I like the way
25 to 6.
I like the way Cord Tank played for Michigan State. He hit 11 3-pointers on the way to scoring career best 15 points.
Yeah, that was a big production off the bench from him. I was blanking on the name. I'm glad you brought up. Yeah, I saw him. He had a couple shots, and Michigan State. I feel like they utilized their depth, and they just kind of did their rotations pretty well. And they just really kept after it. And I think their offense was just a more cohesive unit than Kentucky's was.
Jackson Cordo played pretty solid. What were your thoughts on his performance?
He was really good. I thought he was kind of the focal point on like the guy they went to for like to get the looks. I thought he did a good job inside. I know he had a couple threes. Believe like he's able to stretch out. I think I saw him hit one or two from the corner. Can utilize the mid range. Like, hey, I think he's just really skilled. And Kentucky didn't have an answer for him, like at all. I didn't think they did a good job. They didn't have the guys defensively to kind of match up with them. I think a lot of it had to do with how good Jeremy Fields was kind of leading the offense. I think it kind of put the whole Kentucky defense in a bind when he was doing his thing. But Kohler made some big time shots, and he's a guy that had over the past couple of years he's skilled and he's had some moments, but I really if they can consistently you're not going to get 20 every night, but if you can get close to that number on a consistent basis, I think that's going to be a huge boost for this team.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 16, I see so far, so he's had some good moments, but can he consistently knock down shots and kind of be that inside scorer? I mean, or the post scorer, because he's going to shoot a lot from the outside as well, but I think that's kind of what they need on this offense to go with the guard and wing attack that Michigan State has, because they have a lot of athletes out there.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even talked about Cohen Carr yet, and I know he's had some highlights this season. Probably had some in that game too. I just can't remember. Yeah, I saw him have a couple big dunks.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on the comments from Kentucky's head coach? I know that he was on SportsCenter the night after their game, and he had some very deep things to say. I didn't know if you got to catch any of it or not.
I feel like I did, but I'm blanking on what he said.
He said that like the group is not together and everything is like out of sorts and stuff.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I feel he's someone who I think's been really honest and some post game media pressers. I think he had a couple of BYU in last season. I think he had a couple. I think there's some sports last season where they weren't playing good and he was kind of open like that. I think the players would probably admit they're not playing great ball, and I think watching that game, I think I kind of talked about it, and I feel like it's pretty easy to notice watching a game. Michigan State just seemed like they were playing more in sync, especially offensively, and when you're in sync offensively, it makes you that like you can get in sync defensively, because if you're struggling offensively, it's harder to get the mindset and stay locked in on the defensive end. And Kentucky just they won, and I feel like last season, a couple of these guys were back from last season Kentucky, but they did lose a lot and bringing in some new pieces, so it's just going to be an adjustment period. But I think Pope was especially hoping a couple of the returners like Owe and Honey Graves, and they have a couple of guys back, but especially with Owe kind of leading the charge, and I think he's with some high expectations for him because they've had some really good guards last season. But he's kind of the returner, kind of the go-to there, and it'll just take some time. I don't think it's any like super thing for them to worry about, but the time it's just they're just not getting the job done as a unit, and it'll come. Like I don't think Pope's worried about it, but some of the teams that have more returning guys are just going to be better in November, I feel like, and Kentucky will get to where they need to be, though.
What are your thoughts on Kentucky's next 2 to 3 games?
Let me take a look. I don't even remember who they play. They do. Oh, yeah, they got North Carolina, Gonzaga to start December, so that is going to be 2 big ones. North Carolina impressed me when they played Kansas. I think North Carolina is more physical and athletic and playing well, so I don't know where they're playing at, but I think North Carolina is better right now, and I think Gonzaga is probably better as well now too. So we'll see. Those will be 2 good tests for them because they had the tough one against Michigan State, and then they got a couple of easier games at home, and then you got those 2 big games. I don't know. One of those is probably neutral site, but I doubt the North Carolina and Gonzaga are both in Lexington. So those would be 2 good tests in December to kind of reevaluate things. See how they learn from this Michigan State game. Because I think right now I would not pick them to beat North Carolina or Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga is definitely a really solid team this year.
Very good.
So next up is I know that you're not going to like this talking about it, but Duke beat Kansas 78-66 in Game 2 of the doubleheader. What were your takeaways on this one?
So I didn't hate how Kansas played. Without Peterson, they were never going to have the punch and the offensive ability. The first half they were playing really well. I think they had a lead pretty late, but the stretch at the end of the first half when Floyd Badunga got 2 fouls and went to the bench was really tough. They just had too many stretches of offensively where they just couldn't find production. Like Melvin Council hit some shots. I don't know what he ended up with. I think he almost had 20. Bryson Tiller had some moments. Badunga was awesome, but besides Badunga, they didn't get consistent production from the guard spot. Trey White was really good, which I think he's going to need to be. But without this team's built around Peterson. There's not Badunga. I think is going to be a stud. Future NBA guy, but other than him, there's not pros. There's a lot of solid players, but there's not all Americans. This isn't a loaded Kansas roster with a lot of talent that we've seen in the past. Besides Peterson, but still plenty of talent and plenty of good players. But it's built around Peterson, and when he's not out there, they're just not going to be very good. I think that's just a reality. Council and the other guards are going to get valuable minutes in his absence. And we're going to need them to step up. But it's a lot of concern. I never thought this KU team was a national title contender because I just don't trust. I don't think they're ever going to get the consistent production outside of their stars. But there's been some flashes from a lot of guys. Rosario's had some hit or miss moments shooting. Tiller's been pretty good. I feel good about him starting. Trey White was awesome. Council's had moments. So they have pieces. They just gotta continue to find ways to make it work and see how it fits. But ultimately it's all about fitting around Peterson and how he can maximize his talents, and we'll see what happens around that, but hopefully he can get back soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm checking the box score. I see. Rosario played a pretty solid game. He had 20. My bad. It was Council Junior that played pretty well.
Yeah, Council had some moments. He's not really the lead guard is the only thing. So in big moments, I don't know how much you watch, but in the fourth quarter especially, he really struggled. Oh, not fourth quarter, late second half. He kind of struggled to. They were down 6 or 7 for a lot of stretches, 8 points, 8, 9 points, something single digits, and he couldn't. He was asked to kind of orchestrate the offense, and he just wasn't able to successfully. He had to settle for a couple bad threes late in that game that kind of put him away, but he showed me it. I feel good about him, and I think he's going to be great alongside Peterson, and I think he's going to be able to handle the ball really well in non-Peterson minutes. Just you don't want those non-Peterson minutes to have to be a full game rather than the time he's on the bench resting.
What's your outlook for the rest of the KU season, and do you think that they can turn it up a notch once comes March?
I think they can. I still don't know. Like expectation-wise, it's like they're a top 25 team in the country. They have a lot of good players. Like Self's going to get the most out of this group, like he always does. They're going to be playing really good ball late in the season. But ultimately, you mentioned Council was good, Trey White was good. There's a couple guys. Just can they get consistent production from a whole starting five? Then they also need someone they can rely on off the bench. But I think the biggest concern is I don't think they're going to be good enough in the non-Floyd Badunga minutes. So I don't think they're ever going to get to production from the backup five. I mean, Tilla's good, and they're going to try and mix and match him in some minutes there, but I have a lot of concern that they're going to be able to consistently score the basketball when their key guys are out of the game. And I think that's going to ultimately cost them against the elite teams, but I think they have the chance to be very, very good still.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see how they do in the Players Era Festival tournament.
Very intrigued by that. I mean, we have a couple easier games. I know Syracuse has been decent, but I mean, we should beat Notre Dame and Syracuse. But ultimately matters. I don't know. I don't expect Peterson to play in either of those games, but I still think KU would probably be favored over those teams if I had to guess.
I see you guys have Notre Dame on Monday and then Syracuse on Tuesday.
I mean, I assume we're favoring both of the games either way.
Yeah.
I doubt Peterson plays in those games.
Syracuse is 4-0.
Syracuse isn't bad. They're not bad.
Yeah.
But definitely we still should be better. I mean, we've just played some better teams. But I still feel good about where we're at. Just ultimately you want to find ways to beat some of these good teams you're playing.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any more on your Kansas team?
Not too much. I think we'll learn a lot more next week in that Players Era.
Mm-hmm.
But without Peterson, it'll just be some good competition for those guys to play against and see if they can find a way to win some of these games because they won't be easy. Notre Dame, Syracuse haven't been great the past few years, but Syracuse is looking better this year. Haven't caught much of Notre Dame, but I mean those are games we're gonna have to play well in to get, and then a third game we'll play against someone too. So a lot of possibilities for some big stuff to happen for them. But it's still early in the season, but ultimately just see how they get rolling. I mean, I'm excited, but I think Badunga's got a chance to really establish himself in those games and dominate.
So moving on to my Villanova team, they went up against the Salle this past Wednesday, and Villanova is now 4-1 on the season. Matthew Hodge had 17 points in Villanova's win. He went 7 of 9 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3-point range. Tyler Perkins added 13 points, going 6 of 11. I forget what his first name is. Caden Lewis went 5 for 11 from the field and finished with 12 points. What were your thoughts on this one and their next couple of games coming up on their schedule?
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch too much of them, but I think the big thing, I felt like they got consistent production in that game, and they've got a little more consistent production from guys across the board. Because we haven't talked about it too much since the BYU, besides the BYU game, but they've had, I think, consistently in some of the other games, like they've had some big performances. Because I know Lindsey's been kind of a main focal piece. Devin Askew had some big games, but against LaSalle, I think it was really key to me, like how all 5 starters played really well. The guys off the bench produced, and I think that's kind of going to be their more of kind of their style. Because I don't think they're going to be an offense that kind of run through one guy every night. I mean, who knows? Maybe Lindsey becomes that guy, but I think for them it's just continuing to build together and build that chemistry and keep moving forward. Because I think they have a really good lineup. It's just, can they get consistent bench production as well to go with those guys? But I've liked what Duke Brennan has done. Hodge has been pretty good as well. Perkins, I'm still iffy about, but he's definitely been good the past couple games, I think. Or at least some of the guys. You never know, but I know he was good last game. Had some moments. When you have a veteran guard like that, you need to be able to rely on him to at least be smart, take care of the basketball and stuff like that. And I think he's doing that better job doing that. And hopefully he can do a good job setting up his teammates for good shots. And excited to see who they got. Oh, yeah, because their December gets a lot tougher. Oh, yeah, Old Dominion's a game they should win. Yeah, the gauntlet starts.
They start December against 3-1 Temple.
Yeah, that'll be nice little test. And then they got Michigan, Pitt. Yeah, they got a gauntlet coming up. That's why you want to take care of these games. Just keep building what you can do, and then when you get into that tough game against Michigan, just see what happens. It'll be good learning point for them because they weren't bad against BYU at all in the opener. But I think that's kind of a good stacking point to be like, they can get better. They can find ways to win games like that, and they're going to have some chances before conference play too.
Do you think that they can give Michigan a hard time?
I think they can beat Michigan, honestly. Is it neutral site or is it actually at Michigan? It's at Michigan.
It's at Michigan.
It's not great. But I think they can hang with them. I mean, Michigan hasn't been great this season. They weren't great against – I don't think Michigan's been that impressive.
Oh, I was about to say the neutral site game is Wisconsin-Villanova.
Wisconsin, okay. I was like, there's no way over the road. Yeah, so that'll be
the game
is
fun neutral site. At where the Bucks play.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. So yeah, I mean, they got the gauntlet. They got them coming up. But I'm just excited. I need to watch. I'll hopefully be able to tune in that Michigan game and other games in December. Get a better eye. But I mean, they have a lot of guys who have been producing in the college game for years. They haven't been like stars or anything, but like Brennan's been solid, Perkins been solid, and like they put a roster I think together that Will is going to be able to just build on it. I don't think it's too much different than the way he recruited in Maryland. Those past couple, I don't know how long he's there, but just building those rosters off veteran college guys who are just really solid and can run his system.
And they got Zion Stanford back.
They did okay. I wasn't for sure if they had yet. So yeah, they were really good roster.
He's the transfer from Temple.
Okay. I thought I heard the name, but I couldn't. I need to watch a couple clips of him. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. So moving on. So talking about Temple, we will stay put with Temple for a couple minutes. This past Wednesday, Temple welcomed in 2-2 Hofstra, and Temple beat them 81-76. Temple's Aiden Tobiasen scored 21 points for the Owls, who shot 5 for 9, 3 for 6 from the 3-point range, and 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Darian Ford scored 20 points while going 4 of 13 from the floor and 11 for 12 from the line and added 3 steals. Gavin Griffiths shot 4 of 9, including 3 from 6 from beyond the arc for the Owls. And the Temple Owls come to a 3-1 record overall. They they've been playing some great ball lately. What are your thoughts on how the future looks for them?
Yeah, I think they're in an interesting spot. I think I think they've got the pieces to be really good in the conference, but I think they just got to get a little bit tougher, play a little bit. Because I mean, Boston College isn't a great team. That was a game I think they could have won, but they've taken care of business the last two, so you got to give them credit. But I think I don't know. I think their outlet's okay. Because I mean, they've had guys producing. I mean, Ford and Tobias, I think, are both averaging 18. Yeah, 18 points a game. So like they've kind of had their go-to guys, and they've had production from other guys. It's just can they consistently get those guys to produce against the top competition? That'll be something to keep an eye on. How did they perform against Boston College? Assuming, they had Ford at 18 against Boston College, but he wasn't very efficient, and they had to get to the free throw line a lot. So it's just going to be something they got to work through. I mean, Villanova is going to be a great test for them. But I think they got a lot of games they can win after that. But I think they see that game against Villanova, then we'll kind of be able to judge maybe how good this Temple team can be.
Before the Villanova game, Temple plays in the ESPN Events Invitational.
Oh, nice.
Against UC San Diego.
Against who?
UC San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. That team, San Diego's had some club. That's going to be a tough one for them.
Who is 4-0.
Yeah, they've had some good ball clubs the past couple of years. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a game Temple's going to be able to get.
And I saw that bracket, and if Temple advances and Princeton wins, then they would face off each other in the second round.
That'd be who they you said Princeton?
If Princeton beats Bradley.
Okay.
Yeah. I think both games are next Monday.
Okay, sweet. I figured that's when they would be.
The Princeton game is after the Temple game.
Yeah, those would be some good ones. Where are those games at? Are that Florida?
They are in Florida.
They're probably Disney, whatever Disney is down there. I know they have a couple tournaments in that area. Might be off campus, but I know it's in there.
It's Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee. Okay, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but either way, fun spot for them to get some games in.
They are playing at the State Farm Fieldhouse.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So those games will be great to watch next week, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There'll be some good ones. Yeah. I always love these random tournaments we get Thanksgiving week.
Yeah. So we have a couple more to talk about. Let's go to the Arizona-UConn game. This past Wednesday, Arizona lost to UConn by, I think it was 2.
Yeah, it was a couple points.
Yeah.
I think it was 4, but yeah, it was.
I think it was 86-84. I think it was.
Yeah, 71-67, I think, is what I see.
Oh, okay.
Either way, super competitive game.
I thought it was a higher scoring game.
Yeah, because.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it was 71-67. Yeah.
Yeah, the other game with that was higher scoring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the one I was thinking about.
I figured that's where you got confused.
Yeah. So, what are your takeaways on this one?
Koa Pete's nasty. He is really good. It's Koa. Yeah, Koa Pete is really good. That was the biggest takeaway. UConn's still UConn. They're really good. They have a really good roster, but Koa Pete is a difference maker. And Arizona has good players. Jaden Bradley was fantastic. But ultimately, I think Koa Pete is a stud, and I think his athleticism and just his physical presence is going to be – I think that's going to be something that most teams will not be able to handle on a nightly basis. And just from the clips of what I saw and watching that game a little bit, I think he's just really, really good at basketball. I'm really curious to see how he can kind of evolve and grow this season.
What are your thoughts on the absence of Mullins for UConn?
Yeah, I don't know. They still had a really good roster, but it was definitely noticed. But I think it's just part of the growing process. They'll find different guys to step up in that time. So I'm trying to look at who played last night. Yeah, a lot of the guys who played last night, like they had returns, like they had their vets. They brought back a few starters from last year, key guys. So like they had the production that they can rely on in those games. They just weren't able to find a way to win. But adding more guys to the mix will definitely help. Caleb wasn't great. I think he only took 5 shots, and I think that was the most notable thing for me looking at a box score of that game is he's been a guy who could have gone pro the past couple of years and got drafted most likely, and he's back. He's playing well, but it's just only 5 shots for a guy, I think, of his skill and how good he can put the ball in the basket is not what you want to see in offense. And I wonder if that would be something that kind of they try to make a focal point, give him more looks.
What are your thoughts on the schedule outlook for the rest of the month for both teams?
I need to take a look. I'm assuming they both have some tough games coming up. Can't remember what tournaments they're in, though.
UConn plays 1-4 Bryant. And then
Arizona has some tough ones, I know.
On Black Friday, UConn has number 8 Illinois.
Okay, UConn's got Illinois and Kansas coming up, so they got some tough ones, and then they have some tough ones later in the conference. But Illinois, Black Friday, and then Kansas the next week. Those will be good tests for them. Those road games are always super tough, so coming out and field tests will not be easy for them.
And then Arizona has 2 back-to-back Salle games against number 22 Auburn and number 11 Alabama.
Yeah, it's a good little gauntlet. That'll be some fun ones.
The Bama game is at Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama.
I don't like that.
Is that where Alabama has their home games?
No, that's a neutral site. I know they've played inside. I think that's where they've done NCAA tournament games before. But I think Birmingham's hosted some tournament games. I think they might have even did last year.
Yeah,
I don't remember the venue, but it's not because Alabama's Tuscaloosa. So Birmingham's. I don't think Birmingham's that far. It's probably a couple hours, maybe. I don't like all these neutral sites when there's basically a home team. I'd rather just do home courts, but I get why they do neutral sites.
Before we continue, I just wanted to let the viewers know that the Kansas State men's basketball game just went final. They beat Mississippi State 98-77. PJ Haggerty had 37 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists.
He's good.
I don't know how much of the K-State games that you tune into, but what are your thoughts on how they've been doing?
I haven't been able to watch much, but I've seen enough of PJ Haggerty to know he is one of the best players in the country. And this Kansas State team will be a tournament team. He is that good by himself, I think. He is insane, and he's going to be so tough to defend. I still think their roster is very bad. I don't think it's good at all. They have some nice pieces. I mean, Bashir, Gonzalez. I like Castillo. Still don't know much about their bigs, but I think they have good production at guard spot. But ultimately, I think PJ Haggerty is good enough. I mean, we saw I didn't get to watch much tonight, but seeing the clips, I mean, he had 37 tonight against a Mississippi State team that's pretty good. I mean, Hubbard's back. Like they have good players, I think, in Mississippi State, and PJ Haggerty, I think, just kind of took them to town all night. And I don't think they ever really had a shot. He was just the best player on that floor by a wide margin, and I think he's going to be the best player on the floor in basically every game he plays this season, probably outside of dealing with the talented freshmen they have in the Big 12. But other than that, he's going to be the star and probably dominate most nights. He could lead the nation in scoring. I think he's going to be that good and that much of a focus for K-State's offense this season.
I'm really curious to see how PJ Haggerty goes up against Indiana in their next matchup.
That'll be a big test. That will be a big test for sure.
That game is next Tuesday.
But they play Nebraska tomorrow too, I think. It was one of those tournaments.
I'm looking on the ESPN app, and
it probably just haven't
populated yet. It doesn't have Kansas State playing tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll play Nebraska tomorrow. It just haven't populated because it was one of those tournaments. Sometimes ESPN populates them before us. I guess not.
Yeah. And I'll give one more update from Las Vegas at the moment. UNLV is leading St. Joe's 67-62 with 12 minutes left in the second half. I see Deuce Jones has 20 points for St. Joe's with five rebounds, 4 assists. It seems like it's a back and forth game because St. Joe's is popping up pretty good numbers, and I guess we'll see what happens once the game progresses in the next half hour or so. What are your thoughts on the outlook for St. Joe's and UNLV?
I don't know much about either of those teams, honestly, so I can't really comment too much. But definitely, I mean, 2 programs that's always fun to watch, and good coaching staffs, and definitely something that I want to keep an eye on and watch more of. But honestly, I haven't been able to watch either team yet. But I definitely have them on my list, especially UNLV, because they always have some fun squads.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 more things to cover, which is the Alabama-Illinois game. Briefly preview the Maui Invitational and the Players Era Festival. So let's hop into the Alabama game. What were your thoughts on this one? I thought it was a highly tempo game. Alabama's LeBaron Fillon played phenomenal.
He's good. I love Fillon. Yeah. I was so mad when he left KU, but I understand why he did. But he's good. Alabama games are always just so fun. They play so fast, and they just go score the basketball. And they always play tough teams, and they make teams play to their tempo, I feel like, because Alabama's going to speed you up kind of no matter the scenario. And, I mean, Fillon's a stud. He's going to be a first-round pick next year, maybe lottery. I think he's that good. And I think he's going to be just dominating this season in the conference. Holloway's solid for them. They brought back a few guys from last year, but Bama's just pace and tempo. And I think Illinois kind of want to play with that. I think they have Stojakovic, one of the best transfers in the country. He had 26 in that game. Kylan Boswell's still there for Illinois. He was great last season. 22 this game. Like those 2 are going to be stars, and I forgot they got Avicic. He was at Arkansas last year, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, I think that's wrong. I think it's his brother. I thought he was at Illinois last year. I forgot. Oh, wait, are they both at Illinois now? I think it might actually both be at Illinois. I think both of them in this box score, and I'm pretty sure because Illinois played Arkansas last year, and I'm pretty sure they were on different teams for that game. Either way, they have good production inside, and Illinois' roster is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Boswell and Stojakovic are going to be studs, and I think this is going to be a very dangerous team in the Big Ten.
Do you think that they can make noise, have a better performances in the next couple of months than Purdue is going to have?
I think Illinois can definitely be a team that can challenge and push Purdue and the other teams in that conference. Definitely think Illinois will win that game. I hope so, at least.
Yeah, I really hope Purdue uses a bunch once the new year comes.
Hopefully, I would definitely Purdue losing out the rest of the season would not make me upset.
Hopefully, John Parodi is listening to this.
I hope so too. Purdue sucks.
So moving on to previewing the Maui Invitational, which starts next week. I'm not familiar with the bracket, but I have to look up who's playing.
Yeah, I need to look up the whole thing. Like I've seen the slate's not great, but it's still going to be decent teams and it's going to be fun. I
think it's NC State, Seton Hall.
I think both of those teams are there. I can't remember all the teams. Let me look. I'm trying to get it pulled up in a second. My phone. It's just loading.
Boise State, USC.
Okay, that's a solid one. Boise State. They lost to a D2 school though. They had a tough start to the season.
And Washington State, Chaminade.
Okay.
And Arizona State and Texas.
Okay, it's like still some really good teams there. Just you don't have the elite teams are playing in the players usually, but still really good teams. I mean, Maui's still fun, so much fun. It's definitely something I'm going to be tuned into no matter who's playing. Always tune in when I can. But like the Maui Invitationals are so iconic.
Yeah. I think I'm looking forward to the Players Festival more than the Maui Invitational this year.
I definitely am too.
Yeah.
I definitely am too.
I'm excited to watch.
Just better teams.
I'm definitely excited to watch. Where is it? The Alabama game against Gonzaga.
That's going to be top of the list. Top of the list. Is that in the players?
Yeah, it's 9:30 p.m. Eastern time tip off.
That's good. That'll be late. I can get home from work and watch. I'm excited for that.
It'll be on TNT.
It's not great. I'll find a way to watch. I'll find a way.
And then there's actually a triple header that night for the Players.
Yeah, I think most of those nights they probably have triple headers and stuff like that. I mean, they're just playing games all day. Like the games they play like 6 games on a court, Michigan.
I think. Speaking of UNLV, they have the nightcap.
Okay, sweet. Is there a game after?
Against Maryland.
Is there a game after the Gonzaga game?
Yes. Gonzaga at 9:30. Gonzaga, Alabama at 9:30. And then San Diego State, Michigan at 10:30. UNLV, Maryland at midnight.
We'll see if I can stay up. Those games are so much fun, though.
Actually, the Michigan game is going to be on True TV.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
The tournament's just gonna be so sweet. There's just so many good teams. It's hard to even break down too much of it, but it's just like there's just so much. There's gonna be so much talent, and there's just money online for the players, so they're gonna be motivated, and it's just a great way to start the week.
I think I'm missing St. John's, Iowa State.
St. John's is fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they can kind of do this season.
That game is at 4:30 on.
Okay, yeah. Because I know KU's games are in the afternoon. I know. So they were
KU is 3:30.
3:30. It's okay. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. There's so much to watch next week. It's
actually crazy. It's actually crazy. I won't be able to watch much during the day, but hopefully in the evenings I can get some games in.
I got lucky with my work schedule. I'm completely off on Monday.
Let's go. You'll be tuned in, I'm sure. You'll be tuned in.
I'm going to try to get a good gym workout in the morning and then
just relax. That's the way to do it.
And then just hunker down.
That's the way to do it. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping work's not too crazy and I can just kind of relax and have it on one of my screens at least while I'm working.
I see the opening game for the Players Era Festival is number 20 ranked Tennessee against Rutgers.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Messing up my computer. No, that's just a great way to start it off. I mean, there's just gonna be a lot of basketball being played, and it's gonna try to tune into as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what your schedule is like for the next episode, but maybe we can do our next episode the following week after Thanksgiving.
That's probably the best bet. Yeah. I should have more time that week.
Yeah. Probably have more time to get the notes done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lock in. Try to watch hopefully watch as much ball as I can next week.
Yeah. So that does it for episode number 2 of this season. We definitely got covered a ton of things this episode.
A lot of action.
And and I'm definitely looking forward to the week after Thanksgiving to do episode 3.
Yeah, so it's gonna be some fun action, and I'm sure we'll be talking about all the games we're watching next week.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good night.
Yeah, so take it easy.
Thank you. See ya.
Later.